guys. I'm Nina.
I'm Jamie.
I'm Ethan.
And we are Bloody Essentials. We just wanted to thank everybody who's already liked, followed, subscribed the podcast. It really means a lot to us, and it helps our little channel out so much. Quick thank you to Rick Paulton, our Patreon member. Rick, thank you so much for all that you do for us, whether it's just, sending us messages about how much you liked our episodes or our guests. Really, we cherish all of that conversation. So thank you so much for all you do and continue to do. So
You're awesome, man.
We appreciate you.
definitely, yeah. And if you want to be mentioned in our episodes as well and receive fun little goodies from the entire Bloody Essentials team, feel free to join our Patreon. We have fun perks. We send you guys gifts of things just to let you know we've been thinking about you. You get Bloody Essentials merch. What else is unedited episodes. You can hear all of our Christmas talk that's been happening off before this. So
Exactly.
and all the fun things that we can't say on YouTube or Spotify. So
Yeah.
Or every
it's a good
time somebody has to break
You don't
the
want to
pink.
miss that.
So
Riveting stuff here, guys.
it is interesting the things we say that we think isn't going to make it into the episode. So
Mhm.
yeah.
yeah, so definitely check that out. All the money goes back into the podcast to help us improve our equipment, whether it's our microphones or our lighting. We're hoping to eventually get a studio so we can all record in person. So definitely help us out as much as you can.
And we appreciate y'all for doing it.
Tonight, in case you couldn't tell, or you're just listening to us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, we are doing Christmas horror.
Yay!
Yay.
Yes. We're not talking about anything specific. We all picked our favorite Christmas horror movies and we're going to talk about them. But first we should mention the favorite Christmas movies that didn't make it in because everybody says that they're their favorite Christmas movies, right?
Correct.
So we're going to get this out of the way right now. I think we can all agree consistently across the board that Black Christmas, the OG, is the best Christmas horror movie ever made, right?
Oh,
Okay.
so
1974.
good. My favorite Christmas movie just in general ever, and just a favorite slasher flick of mine, honestly. And you guys know why I love it. Come on.
Of course. It's 1970s. It's Billy. It's John Saxon.
It's John Saxon. Come on, guys.
Did I ever tell you guys the story
11.
about the Black Christmas DVD?
Maybe, but tell us again.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you again. Obviously, I'm older than you, both of you. They didn't have
Eggnog, have you been sipping on?
They didn't have DVDs when I was growing up. They had VHS. Well, they had beta and VHS.
Gross.
I was going to say
So-
beta
know,
first, then
guys.
VHS.
Yeah, beta and then
Wow.
VHS. Now, I had Black Christmas on VHS, but then, of course, I lost it. And as you know, it was super hard to find Black Christmas on DVD or Blu-ray or anything
Yes.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
So I was at a con with my best friend at the time, Nick, and God rest his soul. We're searching every con we go to try to find a DVD of this, right? So finally, we were at a con. As a matter of fact, I think it may have been one of the Days of the Dead. And I found a copy of it. And it wasn't a bootleg copy or anything, but they were price gouging this. I mean, like major, because nobody had it. So they were, and I was like, just on principle, I am not doing this. I will never have it before I let somebody screw me over like this. So I was like, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
So
Good for you.
Yeah.
we went around and we were looking at stuff, and I was like, maybe I'll go back and see if they'll take, a different price for it or whatever. But I'm like, but this is just ridiculous. I'm not going to let them price gouge me. So
Yeah.
we walked around for the day. Next day, get up. So the next day we go back to the table, and I'm like, screw it, I'm going to buy it anyway. And it was gone. So I was like, okay.
It just wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, I'm like, apparently I wasn't supposed to get it. So we go through the rest of the con. We're, hanging out with everybody and partying and drinking and, doing all our stuff. So drop him off after the con. I get home and I'm unpacking my suitcase. And in the pouch of my suitcase was Black Christmas.
He bought it for you and hid it in your suitcase.
He bought it for me and hid it in my suitcase. And I called him up. I was like, dude, what are you doing? He was like, you wanted the movie. And I was like, that was way too much money to be spending on that movie. Yeah, he was like, shut up and just take it and watch it.
Oh,
I was like,
Nick
no.
was too good for this world.
He was.
That's so sweet.
He was awesome.
So sweet.
But that's
I
how
love that.
That's how I got my DVD of Black Christmas. And every year I watch it to start. And since he passed 5 years ago, at some point through the movie I cry. So
Understandable.
Yeah, it's a very special movie.
Oh,
it is.
so
Yeah.
good. So good in so many ways and reasons.
Yes.
Yes, for sure. What are some other honorable mentions that didn't make your guys' list?
Jamie, you want to start?
I'm trying to think of my honorable mentions. I have my 3 that I'm like going to be talking about, and you guys got some of mine that didn't make my list, like Dead End, like some other movies. We'll get into them. Gosh, ones that didn't make it to my list: Black Christmas and the remake of Black Christmas, the first one.
Okay.
That
The
was
2006
really
one is good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like the 2006 one.
It is super
don't like
fun.
the newest one, but we won't get into
The newest
that.
one was horrible.
It was crap.
Now people either love this one or they hate it. Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Oh,
I happen to love it. I
hate
didn't
it.
pick it because it's so popular, but I know you either hate it or love it. I don't know anybody who just goes, it's all right. I
love it. I love it. I'm a lover of it. Now, I have different feelings on 2. I have mixed feelings on 2 because so much of 1, but I digress.
Yes.
I do have the collection pack of 3 through 6 or whatever, and I still haven't watched it, but I will eventually. But I've heard that they are not good. But I found the collector's pack and I was like, well, I might as well give it a shot. So I'm willing to try anything at least once. So
twice if you like it, I hear. So
yes. Do you guys have Christmas movies that you like to watch around this time that aren't horror related?
Christmas Vacation.
Blasphemy.
Christmas Vacation, Jamie?
Yes, Christmas Vacation.
I really like A Christmas Story. And of course, you have to watch Home Alone. You have to watch Home Alone.
Yes.
Oh, and I always watch the Muppets Christmas Carol.
The Muppets one is the best.
Because it's a great story. I love the story, the Christmas Carol story, but I just love that Muppets version so much because the songs are amazing. It's the Muppets. And you have Michael Caine as Scrooge. Great Scrooge. Like, come on.
The best Scrooge.
So good.
Yeah.
I like the original cartoon Grinch.
I love that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I do too. I also like A Wonderful Life. It's a Wonderful Life. That's
so good.
Never seen it.
We will watch it this holiday season.
Okay.
Yes, it's time.
Okay.
It's time. Yes. All right. Let's get into some of our picks for Christmas.
All right.
I guess I will start. My first pick is Dead End. This came out in 2003. If you haven't seen it or you want to revisit it, it is streaming on Tubi and Prime. And it stars Verwys and Lynn Shay. So come on, what's not to love here?
Right.
Love them.
Yes. So the synopsis of this movie, it takes place on Christmas Eve. And on his way to his in-laws with his family, Frank Harrington decides to try a shortcut for the first time in 20 years. And it turns out to be the biggest mistake of his life. And this movie is so fun, guys. Like, I'm pretty sure I've seen it many times before this, but trying to find Christmas horror movies that I liked, I found this and I instantly was like, okay, Verwys, Lynn Shay, I have to watch this. And it seems so familiar, but this is an early 2000s gem. Like the fashion, the lingo that they use, and I just love a good supernatural, like ghost story type thing. And this one is really fun. I love when people like uncover little dark secrets about your family, and this is a great one.
Yeah.
There's good twist in this one too, and I love like movies where it's a small cast, and it's just them in the car for the most part, So I thought the cast did a really good job of carrying it.
Oh yeah,
Agreed.
for sure. And they get to do so much. Like there's such a wide range for all of these characters and what they get to do. So it's really fun.
Definitely. Again, and it had good humor in it too. It had a little bit of good humor in it. Again, you have the great like lead actors. I'm never mad at something that they're in. And I just like the vibe of it. It's not your kind of Christmas horror where it's like candy canes and reindeer and wreaths, which I love. I love those kind. But I also like the ones that are not so, Christmas. And this is one of those.
Yeah, this is a good one that if you don't want to be beaten over the head with the whole Christmas thing, this is a good one to watch. It just so happens to take place on Christmas Eve. So it's great.
Okay.
All right.
Excellent.
Jamie?
Oh, okay. So my first pick, and it might be mine I feel like are very just like well-known, like good ones, some of them. And this is one of them. And I will say that Mr. John Waters himself said that this is the greatest Christmas movie ever made. So if you have not seen Christmas Evil, you need to get on it. Fiona Apple's dad is the star also, which is really fun. Okay. I'll get into all the things I love about it in a minute. I'll tell you a little bit about the plot. We basically follow a deranged man obsessed with Christmas who goes on a little murder spree. So basically, Harry, as a kid, sees mommy kissing Santa Claus and kind of loses it. Flash forward to the future, and he's a grown-up. He's still really obsessed with Christmas. I love all the Christmas decor in his home, his like Santa stuff. It's amazing. This is one of those movies that's like Christmas everywhere. Okay.
Oh yeah.
He works at a toy company, which he's like, they're not very good quality toys and they don't really care about the kids. And I don't like that. And everybody else is kind of mean to him and treats him like he's a total smuck. At home, he's all Christmas, comes home, just enjoys all of his Christmas things. He spends his time, recording the behavior of the kids in the neighborhood, kind of making his own little naughty and nice list, which is really fun. At one point, his coworker asks him to cover a shift, which he does, but a guy tells him, it's to be with his family for Christmas. He sees him out doing his thing, drinking, and that really, really upsets him. He cancels his family dinner and stuff with his brother and everything. And then we kind of like get into the really exciting stuff where his toy company is going to give toys out to the needy. But again, he's like, they don't really care about this. So he's like, I'm going to do this right myself. He gets into his full Santa gear. I think he like him becoming Santa is such a beautiful moment. Him putting a beard on. Like the Santa suit is one of my favorite Santa suits I've ever seen in a movie. It's gorgeous. And then he's got this like amazing sled van where he's got like Santa's sleigh painted on it. And I absolutely love it. He delivers the toys to the kids at this hospital. And then his little like murder spree begins. He runs into these guys outside of midnight mass, kills them in some pretty great ways. Takes off. He goes to this. I really love the scene where he goes to the Christmas party and dances with like the kids and everything. It is just awesome. Okay. And then he goes in to kill Frank, one of his coworkers. That's very festive because he beats him with a sack of toys and the star. So I love a festive kill. Let's see. He breaks a bunch of the toys from the factory. Eventually the townsfolk like pursue him, like kind of like pitchfork style. And his car breaks down at one point. He goes to his brother's house. His brother realizes he's the crazy Santa, chokes him, puts him in the van, but he, he's alive and he drives off the bridge. And it's this beautiful kind of like Santa flying through the night, but so much more tragic. And that's Christmas Evil. I love this one because first of all, I think it's just gorgeous the way it looks. Like it's got a really cool aesthetic and vibe. The story is really good. It's just like a good character study on a guy who's like kind of losing it. And I think the actor does such a phenomenal job. And yeah, it's got good Christmas vibes in it. If you're looking for a movie that has a lot of Christmas stuff, this is definitely one of those.
Oh yeah.
All right. I'm definitely going to have to give it a rewatch. I haven't seen it in a long, long time, but I'm going to have to give it a rewatch now.
It's one of my favorites, Jamie. I love that movie so much. Like I watch it at least once every Christmas.
Same. I might watch it twice too, but it's definitely one of my very, very faves. I think it's gorgeous and so cool.
It is. It really is. And it's just such a fun time.
Yes.
Totally.
Poor Harry.
I know. I know. I love him.
All right, Ethan, what do you got for us?
Okay. My first pick is 2016's Better Watch Out. I think this is a very good movie if you have younger kids who want to get into horror. It's not too entirely gory. There's a few things in there, but basically the premise, it has Virginia Madsen, Patrick Warburton, Levi Miller, and Olivia DeJonge in it. Ashley is a 17-year-old. She's a babysitter. And Levi is almost 13, and he is totally and completely smitten and in love with Ashley. So he and his best friend decide that when Ashley is babysitting, they are going to pull this prank that the house is getting robbed and there's a home invader coming in with this gun. And Levi was supposed to stop the home invasion from happening, and that's supposed to make her, be all smitten with him and fall in love with him. So they thought. But it turns out that Levi is actually a complete psychopath and had other plans.
Yeah.
He has decided that anybody who is going to stand in his way of his love, Ashley, he is going to have to take out and kill them. So he has taken everybody and killed them in all kinds of Home Alone type ways, which is very fun and festive. He sets it up to where he makes it look like the ex-boyfriend has come there and killed the new boyfriend and killed the best friend, and the kid's a real psycho. And I'm going to leave the ending of the movie, but the ending of the movie is great. That's all I'm going to say about that. If you haven't seen it, I would suggest seeing it. It's not, like I said, it's not, lob your head off type, It's, if you took it's obviously a comedy horror. So if you took Home Alone and rolled it into a horror movie, that's what you would be getting. So
yeah. I actually watched it for the first time just before we started recording, and I enjoyed it. It was fun.
Yeah, it's a cute movie.
I think that's what's really fun. First of all, I'm never going to be mad at like some like horror style Home Alone stuff. Like that's been in our subconscious ever since we saw it, So like I'm always thinking like, oh, they're gonna Home Alone it, and they really did. That I'm just gonna say that paint can.
Oh
yes.
my God.
If you haven't seen it, now you got to go see it because that is a great moment.
Yes, for sure.
The paint can was great.
It's a good time. All right.
Like terribly sinister. I will say that there's some adorable, sinister stuff going on in it because it's kids,
Yep.
That's fun.
Lots of fun, definitely. It's like if Kevin McAllister was an absolute like jerk of a kid, like even worse than he already was. Like, yeah. Those kids are very conniving.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. My next pick is Red Christmas from 2016. This has Dee Wallace in it. How could you not love this movie?
Oh, Dee.
I love Dee. Yeah, she's great. If you haven't seen it, it's streaming on Plex, Pluto, and Roku channel. I found this movie years ago. When it first came out. 2016 feels like so long ago.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So I just saw that Dee Wallace was in it and it was a Christmas horror. So I was like, we need more of those. So I started watching it. So basically it's about a mother who has her entire family over her daughters and, their significant others, and they're just trying to celebrate Christmas. She's about to sell their childhood home. So this is like their last big Christmas in the house together. And we have an unexpected stranger who arrives on Christmas Day. And the mother is not happy to see this person. She didn't expect to ever see this person again. And he isn't happy with the welcome that he receives. So he exacts revenge on them in the only way he knows how. And it is very fun. Lots of Christmas lights. This house is incredible. First off, like it's like this big farmhouse in the middle of nowhere, and it's got the wraparound porch, and they've decorated it in Christmas lights, and there's Christmas trees everywhere, and like Christmas lights, and each room is like a different color. This movie is so much fun. The kills are very creative. The only little warning I will give you is it delves into abortion and grief quite a bit. And I won't say like it portrays abortion as like the correct choice or whatever. Like I won't get into that, but like I feel like it's very much pro-choice and also pro-life at the same time. So it's more of like it talks about basically like there are consequences for whatever choice you make in life type thing.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting and it's a lot of fun. So
Yeah.
highly recommend.
I will say there's some really good kills in this one. It's not just like one way that people die. There's lots of different ways. Yeah. Some people get split in half, and it's pretty great.
Really?
There's a moment there's a moment like they early on in the movie one of the daughters says that she's allergic to peanuts and she can't have peanuts, and the stranger lures her out into this little area where he's like kind of set a trap for her, and she's trying to figure out like what this thing is doing, and then she looks down because she's like struggling to breathe and she's surrounded by peanuts. Like they're on the ground outside, and she walked outside barefoot and everything, so she's been stepping on the peanuts and didn't know or something, and yeah, and she just can't, she stops breathing because of the peanuts. Like I'm like,
yeah,
it's so fun.
It is a wide range of kill methods here, so I've always really liked that.
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen this one.
You're gonna want to watch it. You're gonna.
I will definitely be rectifying that soon.
It's fun. So. Dee does a phenomenal job. I mean, she always does, but like this one, she hits it out of the park. Yeah.
Whew. Excellent.
Yeah, she's a badass. She's a badass in this movie.
Yeah, she is.
All right, Jamie, what's your second pick? Please do.
Okay, so my next one, if you really want to get hit over the head with a Christmas tree, check out Santa's Sleigh, and that is S-L-A-Y, okay?
Yes.
I freaking love this movie. I watch it every year. I know it's not for everybody. It is a super comedy, like horror comedy kind of movie. Yep. Okay. There's an amazing opening scene. I'm just going to say it has some faces you're going to love. I mean, Chris Kattan is in it. You got Fran Drescher, and you have James Caan. Like, amazing. And I'm not going to spoil the fun for you, except saying that like things get really festive in that scene. Again, if you like your Christmas horror, like really Christmassy, where people are dying Christmas related reasons, this one's for you.
Yeah,
okay.
Sure.
So in this one, the main premise is that Santa is actually a demon, okay? And the reason that he's been delivering Christmas toys to the children for 1,000 years is because he had to. He lost a curling match with an angel, and so as his punishment, he has to deliver Christmas presents. But that time is done, and so he's like got his power back, and he's in this town. And he's got these like buffalo reindeer that are all scary and evil, which is great. We have this teenager kind of kid, Nicholas. He learns all about Christmas and the real origins of Santa from his grandfather. Santa's basically just causing some fun, festive mayhem. And these kids are basically trying to get him, or basically run the clock until Christmas is over so that he loses his power again. I probably am just going to leave like a lot of it for you guys to see because it's really silly and fun. But I really love this one because there are pretty much every single Christmas related kill you could think of. Somebody gets dunked in eggnog. I mean, somebody gets killed with a tree topper. There's a turkey. There's a wreath. There's these hell deer, these buffalo kind of things, explosive presents, like you name it, and somebody gets killed by it in this movie. It's not perfect by any means, but this one just makes me laugh every season, and my Christmas horror watching is not complete without it.
Okay,
Totally agree.
I'm really bummed I haven't seen this one. I tried to find it, but it's not streaming anywhere but Stars, and I don't have the money for Stars. So
Okay.
this is the only one from tonight's episode that I have not seen before, and we have to rectify that soon. So
Yes, I didn't realize it either because I have it saved, so.
gotcha. Yeah.
We can rectify it this weekend. I have it. So
Okay.
yeah. Yeah.
Perfect.
So it is. It's very good. It's a very fun movie. So
I watched the trailer. It looked like a lot of fun, but yeah, I couldn't find it anywhere.
it is.
It is so silly, and again, there's some fun people that pop up in it. Some people that you'll recognize, and then some that you maybe won't, but they were great too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. All right. My next pick is 2023's It's a Wonderful Knife. Obviously, it's a spoof on It's a Wonderful Life.
Hold up a sec. So you've seen the parody or the knockoff of It's a Wonderful Life, but you haven't seen It's a Wonderful Life.
That is facts.
Okay, so I will just say, if you like this one, you're really gonna like It's a Wonderful Life with Jimmy Stewart.
Yes.
Yeah, I have not. As a matter of fact, quick little story here. When I was dating Stacy, her mom and dad, they're big into Christmas, and my mother-in-law always used to do the house up and stuff. And she, when we were first dating, she's like, "Oh, you need to come over and I'll pop some popcorn and have hot chocolate, and we do Christmas movies." She's like, "What's your favorite Christmas movie?" And I thought, "Oh God, what do I tell this woman? I can't tell her Black Christmas, Santa Sleighs. I mean, I can't tell her Krampus. I mean, although they are German.
There you go.
I was like, I can't tell them this. And so I was like kind of stuck, and I was like, Black Christmas. And she was like, oh. She's like, well, how about It's a Wonderful Life or A Christmas Story? And I'm like, I haven't seen any of the, I haven't seen those. She's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, I haven't seen She's like, well, what Christmas movies do you watch? I'm like, I just told you, and I listed all the horror movies, and she was like, oh, okay.
So you never had a Christmas movie night with your family, with your in-laws?
No, we fixed that. Well, we just didn't watch It's a Wonderful Life. So no, we fixed that. We did like the Grinch, and I had never seen the claymation things, so Stacy was like, we got to watch those. So
I love those.
And then I was like, we did do like Christmas Vacation and stuff. So
sure.
But I was like, okay, too much wholesome. Need blood, please.
Yeah,
that's fair. Yeah.
That is fair.
I can't stand the Christmas Hallmark crap. Like I have to skip that.
Yeah.
People who watch it in July.
I know.
Yeah.
Although I will tell you, I randomly stumbled across Finding Mr. Christmas, which is a reality show where men are competing to be the next star of a Hallmark Christmas movie. I just stumbled upon it, and it was pretty amazing. And I'm like, wait, what's happening right now? What are they doing? They're making sweaters. Why? Christmas sweaters that tell their life story. Why? Oh, they're going to be in a Hallmark Christmas movie. I don't really watch those, but I did see an episode of Finding Mr. Christmas. It's something.
Oh my God.
Okay, so in It's a Wonderful Knife, it stars Justin Long, Catherine Isabel, Joe McHale. First of all, if Justin Long is going to be in a horror movie, it's going to be good.
To die.
but it's going to be good. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
that's just how it is. If he's in the movie, I have to watch it. So,
Yes, I love
Absolutely.
him.
I mean, that's just how it is because he freaking rocks. So,
Yeah.
He's not been in a bad one.
no, he's awesome. So,
Yeah.
anyway, Winnie is our main character, and on Christmas Eve, she saves her brother and the town from being killed from a serial killer, and she ends up killing the serial killer. So,
Mhm.
serial killer that she killed turned out to be the mayor who was just along. Yes, I know, shocking.
Bad
But
just among.
she decides that she, wish she hadn't been born and blah 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 because the whole gamut there. So
Trauma.
yeah,
Yeah.
trauma. So the whole gamut happens, and there's a thing that happens in the sky, and poof, she's no longer born. So she goes to her house. She doesn't know her parents. All these things. We find out that the killer is still running around. So she has to go ahead and find out who the killer is and find out what's going on. In the meantime, Just Along is still the mayor of the town, but now everybody is kind of like zombified, and he's got all the control of everybody in the town. So she ends up with the, I don't want to say nerd, but the nerd of the high school who's helping her out, and they find out who the killer is and do what they need to do. I don't want to give too much of the movie away in case you haven't seen it.
Oh, you just told us who the killer is, so.
No, I told you who the killer was back then. I didn't tell you who the killer is.
That's
That was
right.
who the
That's
killer
Gotta
was there.
watch, guys.
You gotta watch it because there could be a different killer.
It's been a while since I've seen it.
So she does what she needs to do. She goes back to her life, and that's
She
the
realizes
movie,
it's a wonderful knife.
she realized that It's a Wonderful Life. Yes, this is a gory retelling of It's a Wonderful Life, and I'm sure It's a Wonderful Life was great, but I don't know. I liked It's a Wonderful Knife. So
Well, we'll be watching It's a Wonderful Life next weekend, and you'll find out that it is, in fact, a wonderful life.
okay,
It is. It'll make you, I mean, it makes me cry, that one. This one did not make me cry, Wonderful Knife, but I
No,
thought
it
it
did
was
not make me cry.
entertaining. This was
Yes.
actually my first time seeing it. I hadn't
Oh, really?
I hadn't seen it
Okay.
before. And I will say, I thought the serial killers look like the angel, I think they called
Yes.
him or whatever, was really
Mhm.
cool.
Yes,
Yeah.
I liked the fact that he was faceless.
I know.
Yeah.
It was cool.
That to me was creepier than a mask. Just
Yeah,
he was
for
faceless.
sure.
So
Yeah. No, they did a really good job. I thought it was a lot of fun. I watched it with you, Ethan, for the first time last
did.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was how we spent the Christmas season. So
Yep.
yeah, it was a good time
Good time. A good time was had by all
Yeah.
on that day.
on that day. Yes.
All right. My last pick is P2. That's P as in Paul 2. This came out in 2007. It's available on Prime and Tubi. It stars Rachel Nichols and Wes Bentley. If you don't know who Wes Bentley is, he is the guy that's in the Hunger Games that has the goofy beard thing. So, yeah, and he's been in a lot of other things, but yeah. I have to say this movie, okay, I saw this years ago, like middle school. Like that's how long ago it's been. And I didn't catch the name of this movie when I was initially watching it. And it was on cable, like Sci-Fi Channel, late at night, had no clue. And I watched this, and this movie has stayed with me for years, but I never knew the name of it. Completely forgot it was a Christmas movie. Completely forgot any of that. And I stumbled upon it trying to find movies for this episode. And I'm so glad that we are doing this episode because I love this movie. Okay. I love this movie. It is so fun. It is the perfect amount of gore, violence. You've got a badass final girl, great villain, but he's got some humor to him. And Jamie, if you have not seen this movie, you are in for a treat because this is a new Dance of Horror for your list.
Yes.
Oh, and I put it on my list and checked it twice.
There you go.
This is a phenomenal movie. Okay. So it is about a businesswoman played by Rachel Nichols who is pursued by a psychopath after being locked up in a parking garage on Christmas Eve. And the psychopath is obviously Wes Bentley. He works in the parking garage and has had this crush on her for years and is finally willing to do something about it. And it is a great time. Oh my God. This guy is so fun. Like he gives me you remember the auto mechanic guy in House of Wax?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's kind of who he reminds me of. Like
Okay,
in this
yeah.
movie. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
very creepy, lots of double entendres and stuff. Very fun. This is such a fun movie. Like there's lots of little Christmas things. You hear some Christmas music that he like plays on the intercom in the parking garage. Like it is a really fun time. And this was like just before cell phones were really like able to do as much as they're able to do. So like she has a cell phone, but like it's a razor, so it's useless.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. It's that very like realistic kind of, scare because I mean, hey, that could happen to somebody, and I will say like there are some like pretty great like gore moments. It's not like super, but there's definitely some moments that are like pretty great. And that's
Oh,
all I'll
yeah.
say because I don't want to spoil it. So
Exactly.
It's so much fun. She is one of my favorite badass final girls. Like she is incredible.
yeah.
Definitely a fun movie. Give it a watch.
Yeah. Had either of you guys seen that movie before we did this, or was this a first time
Yeah.
watch for you guys?
I
First
have
time,
seen
or
it. I
No,
have
no,
seen
I've
it
seen it
before,
before.
but it was
Okay.
a while. I haven't revisited this one in quite a while, so it felt a little new.
it was a lot of fun. I'm gonna show it to Greg before Christmas for sure.
Okay.
Right, Amy, what's your last pick?
Okay, my last pick, it totally is one of those that's very popular, but I'm actually on a little mission here because I hear that there's debate whether this is a Christmas movie or not. However, everybody I've talked to says it's a Christmas movie, and I am talking about Gremlins, all right? Now, listeners, if you are one of those people who does not consider it a Christmas movie, want to hear from you because I haven't met anybody yet, but I hear it's debated. But are we all in agreement here that it's a Christmas movie?
It is definitely a
Yeah.
Christmas movie.
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't know who's saying it's not a Christmas movie, but I'm gonna need you to go back and rewatch. It opens with the Christmas song.
That's right.
What world are you living in?
Probably the same damn people that say Die Hard's not a Christmas movie.
Yeah, I
Those
know.
people. They deserve to be dropped from the top of Nakatomi Plaza.
That's right.
Yes. Now, see, part of me thinks that this is just some crazy conspiracy now because I'm like, but is it really debated? Because I've not met anybody who doesn't think it's a Christmas movie. And same with Die Hard. Honestly, most people that I've talked to have said Christmas movie. So is this all just created to drive us together? We know that these are Christmas movies, okay? We all collectively agree. Anyway.
Yeah, definitely. It's funny that you mentioned Die Hard because I don't think Die Hard was considered a Christmas movie until like 2010. And then all these people started coming out of the woodwork and was like, Die Hard's a Christmas movie. And I was like, it is.
Yeah.
Yep. That's one that I do watch. I mean, I'll watch it anytime, but I do watch that every Christmas.
God. Yes,
So,
you have to.
Yeah.
It's tradition.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, if you haven't seen Gremlins yet,
Please
watch
come out
it.
from under the rock you're in.
It's been a while, my friends, but it's never too late. If you haven't seen it, check it out because it still holds up real good, in my opinion. So basically, we have this inventor, and he goes to Chinatown to find a unique gift for his son. He comes back with a mogwai, even though it was like, I don't want to sell this to you, but the guy's grandson sold it to him. This mogwai, this adorable little pet, comes with lots of rules, guys. Because this is a horror movie, we know these will be broken. We meet Billy, our main. He's adorable. And Gizmo, the Mogwai, and him have this instant friendship and connection. Now, the rules are broken, of course, which means that Gizmo spouts off some other little Mogwai things, but they're actually gremlins. And they're super, super mischievous. And more than mischievous, they are dangerous. They come out of these cool cocoons. Spike is the little leader with the mohawk, who I always loved as a kid. And they just go around town like causing mischief, you know, and it's very festive. There's some really beautiful moments like the chair escalator thing up the stairs, which is iconic, and the movie theater, which is also iconic. I will kind of like leave the final showdown to you guys. If you don't know, like, I mean, go ahead and watch it. But I will say one of my like pieces of evidence why this is a Christmas movie is we have the main girl, Kate, I think, and she has this horrible story about why she hates Christmas because her dad was in the Santa outfit and got stuck in the chimney and died.
Can I just say that speech, just the speech, like traumatized me so much as a kid. Like, what? She's her melodramatic delivery of it and everything, and it's just like so out of the box. Like, what is happening? But it's great, and I'm just like, I'm scared, I'm sad, and I have a lot of feelings right now.
Right? Oh my gosh, yes. So like I watched this like religiously as a kid. I loved this one so much. I had a stuffed animal, like a Gizmo stuffed animal. I thought Gizmo was the coolest thing on the planet. The first time I saw it as a kid, it did scare me. There's the scene with the gremlin and the teacher's like got the candy bar and reaching under the desk. That scene scared me as a kid, but it's not the holidays for me until I've watched Gremlins at least once.
Same. Yeah. Also, the scene where the mom is like, she just realizes that the gremlins have hatched, and then the "Do You Hear What I Hear" starts playing on the record player. Like, ugh, it's so creepy.
No,
I love the mom. She's a badass in that movie.
Yeah.
The microwave, the whole kitchen scene with the gremlins is amazing. And you know, again, going back to the Christmas thing, it's got a lot of like themes of like family and togetherness, like both between Gizmo and Billy, Billy and Kate, like the whole family, you know, being in this together. So it's scary, it's funny, it's cute, and it's got a lot of the togetherness and family feels of a good holiday movie. So
I love Gizmo when he's saying Billy at the end. He's so sweet and so cute. I always wanted a Gizmo.
I know, me too. And I love when he sings, you know, and and there's a sequel, guys, and the sequel is awesome too. If you haven't seen that, get out from under the rock. That one's good too.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
Can I say that Spike scared the piss out of me?
Oh, he's terrifying.
Not in the movie. Let me explain. I have a 3-foot Spike.
Oh,
jerk.
Yeah. How cute.
I have a 3-foot, well, 2.5, 3-foot Spike. And you guys have been to my house. My bed's here, and on the wall by the bathroom is one of the bookshelves with some of my horror stuff. Well, in that corner, Spike stands there. I have forgot that I had put Spike there when we first moved here. And Stacy wasn't in bed for whatever reason, but I rolled over and was face to face with Spike. And when I just woke up and shrieked like a bitch. So,
yeah.
I love
Good
it.
times. So Spike scared the piss out of me. So
that's something you don't want to wake up to in the middle of the night.
No.
Not at all. Not at all. I'm like, how am I scared by a freaking gremlin? I've got a 6-foot Pennywise standing in the corner. I've got Chucky and the Bride of Chucky and Glenn at the edge of the bed, you know, standing there. But I'm like, and I'm scared by a freaking gremlin. Great.
They're not supposed to be in bed with you. That's why. I'm sure if any of those other people were in bed with you too, that would be equally terrifying.
Yeah,
that's true.
Right.
If I had a Chucky in my bed, I'd be terrified. I'm like, what are you doing off your shelf?
Yeah.
I have a picture of Joshua when he was, I don't know, 4 or 5 years old, and he's in bed hugging his Chucky doll. He's got a 3-foot. It was bigger than him. He's sleeping with it like this, and I was like, oh, that makes Daddy happy.
That picture printed out.
Yeah, I'm like,
that's so cute.
So,
that is adorable.
That's so cute.
All right, Ethan, what's your final pick?
So my final pick is from 2022, Violent Night. starring David Harbour, John Leguizamo, and the beautiful Beverly D'Angelo. Now,
Yes.
I
That
know
woman
that
ate like fine wine.
I was going to
Yes.
say she's up there, but she is freaking
She's
gorgeous.
gorgeous. Like she's a
She's
definition
gorgeous.
of aging gracefully.
And her
Absolutely.
voice is so good. I love her
Yes.
voice so
Like
much.
Me too.
velvet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So we have a super rich family. They live on this big compound, and she's got all this money, and the kids, of course, are little a-holes, and they don't really care about anybody or anything other than getting the money. An elite team of mercenaries break into the compound on Christmas Eve, and they're coming in there to take what they think they're rightly belongs. Well, not rightly belongs to them, but what
They feel
have,
right belongs
what they
to them.
feel belongs to them.
Yeah.
Little do they know that Santa Claus is there to kick their ass. So
Santa Claus is coming to town, y'all.
Santa Claus is definitely coming to town, and he is pissed off.
He knows if you've been naughty or nice, okay?
Exactly.
He
So Santa
knows
is there,
everything.
and Santa is kicking some tail, and I'm going to leave a whole bunch of stuff out. But if you take a mix of National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation and you wrap it with Die Hard and you wrap it in a gore fest, this is the movie. If you have not seen it, definitely see it. I think it is, I mean, it's only a couple of years old, but I watched it a couple times last year, and it's definitely on the roster.
Cute.
Josh
It's cute.
really liked it.
It's a really
Cute.
cute movie.
Yeah.
People give it a lot of hate, but I think it's a good one.
But yeah, people are like, that's so unrealistic. And I was like,
It's about Santa.
I'm like, it's a horror action movie. So what? I mean,
We don't get many of those, so I really enjoyed it, and I love David. I love David Harbour.
I
me
thought
too.
he was a great Santa too. I like that, you know, he was kind of like feeling discouraged with Christmas, you know, and he was like, and then like there's like I just thought the bond between Santa
Him and the little girl.
was so
Yeah.
sweet. It made me want to cry because, you know, she was like, you know, like looking for help, and Santa's like, all right, I gotta go in there and kick these guys' asses now because there's a kid, so I gotta do this.
Yeah,
And
there
that
was some
nutcracker.
good. I'm sorry, there were some good kills in this movie.
There were some great kills
Yeah.
in this movie, for sure. Yeah. John Leguizamo is great too. I'm so glad he's doing more stuff.
Yes.
I
Enjoy him.
adore John Leguizamo so much, and him in this movie
Yes.
was great. He went by Mr. Scrooge. He had all these Christmas like puns to say. I won't repeat them, but I can't do them justice. But I adore him like so freaking much. So to see him in any new movie, like that makes me so happy.
He was great.
I know.
I know it's not a Christmas movie, but he was great in Land of the Dead.
He was. He was also great in The Menu. He was hilarious in The Menu. Jamie, you will love this. We're watching it this weekend.
This is what John Leguizamo does, okay? Like he distracts because he's amazing. So I can do a whole
He brings
episode
people
on it,
together.
He does.
So if you have not seen Violent Night, go watch it. It is definitely worth a watch.
For sure.
It's very cute. You know, I will say it dragged a little long for me at points towards the end, but you know, other than that, I thought it was really fun. It's got a good Santa. The story is unique. You know, it's like a different. It's a really different idea. I thought that was like super fun.
It is a lot of fun, and like the kills were creative, and the final battle is amazing. Like it's worth the wait. Like it's a longer movie, but it's worth the wait.
Totally.
Yeah. A couple of honorable mentions that I forgot to mention. Krampus. It didn't make it into the list, which I'm very surprised it didn't. But I love that movie, and I always watch it at least once a year. The one with
I love that one.
I like all of the Krampuses. Have you guys seen all of them?
No,
I've only seen the first one.
Yeah, there's a few different ones, so
I've only
they're
seen
all
that
pretty
one.
good. I mean, some are obviously better than others, but
yeah,
but they're all worth a watch. So
oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'll have to definitely watch them. You'll have to let me know which ones are the good ones and which ones to steer away from.
Yes.
Okay. I also like Jack Frost.
I was gonna
I
say
like
Jack
Jack
Frost
Frost
too.
too.
I also
Yeah,
like Jack
if I
Frost.
I had that one on my list just in case I couldn't find anything else. So
Gotcha.
yeah,
Yeah, I
no,
tried
that's
to
a good
do
one.
ones that everybody hadn't seen, and mine were a little newer, so
No,
that's
I
all good.
like that. Yeah, because most people they just cling on to like the older movies, and that's fine.
Right.
The older movies are great too, but like it's
Oh
nice to
yeah.
have some newer things in the mix. So
Yeah.
no,
That's
I'm glad we
nice.
picked some off the wall kind of ones. So
Yes. And
Yeah.
speaking of off the wall, I was talking to Nina earlier about this one.
boy.
If you have not seen it, it's freaking hilarious. I mean, don't go in trying to say, "Oh my God, this is a serious movie," because it's certainly not. But please go watch Santa Jaws.
Oh, I want to see it. I haven't seen it yet. And I was like, I want to see that. That sounds awesome.
I watched it right before we started recording, and I thought it was hilarious. It was great.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
great.
Is it like campy,
Oh,
funny, or
it's hella campy.
okay? I'll
Yeah.
save it for Greg then, because that's
Oh,
his type of horror.
Greg, like it's hella campy.
I
Yeah.
love
Okay.
me some
Yeah.
campy shit. So I
Yeah.
mean, when I
Yeah.
heard about it, I'm like, Santa Jaws. Hello, where have you been all my life?
It's
I
it's
know.
a big great white whose eyes are like Rudolph's nose, so they glow, and his teeth are green and red. Yeah.
Oh. Oh my God.
And then
That's pretty cute.
he gets harpooned with a
Candy
big
cane?
huge candy cane,
Yes.
and it hits him right here. So then he like has like a
It's an
unicorn
antler.
head. Yeah,
Ah.
it's great.
Okay. I have to mention this to you guys, but I wanted to say so one of my favorite kind of like Christmas type of kills is Christmas lights. I love when someone gets like strangled by Christmas
Yes.
lights. To
Uh-huh.
me, if a horror Christmas movie has that, I'm like, okay, it has everything that I need. But I love me a Christmas lights like strangulation in a Christmas horror movie.
Even
Well,
if you're
hey,
just tied up with Christmas lights, I'm a big fan of that
Yes.
too. And
Ah,
I love deaths with candy canes or icicles.
yes.
yeah, I really like candy canes too.
Yes.
Well, Santa Jaws has your candy cane, and he has Christmas lights on him. So
As if this shark can
there
get
you
more
go.
festive. Okay.
I
Right?
don't think I can wait to watch this with Greg. I have to watch this now.
Yes.
Yeah.
And here, I will tell you this: he cannot be killed just by regular ways. You can't shoot him. You can't stab him. You can't. No, it has to have something to do with Christmas. So
I love it.
you have to kill him with something Christmassy.
I
So
Oh
love
my
that so much.
gosh. I love that. Okay, just like real quick going around. We won't spend too much time. What would your Christmas weapon of choice be against Santa Jaws or any other Christmas horror? I'm going to go with a sharpened candy cane because I've seen the damage they can do and they're awesome. Although you do, that's a pretty up close and personal thing.
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Tinsel.
Tinsel. That's a good one.
I think I probably have to go with ornaments.
I was gonna say ornaments. Like, there's nothing worse than
Whoa.
stepping on an ornament.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You're like
Or you
worse
could-
than Legos.
Or you could get some glass ornaments, fill them up with gas, and use them as Molotov
Mhm.
cocktails. You could fill them up with
Ah.
You're thinking
gunpowder
outside
and
the box.
use them
I
as a
like it.
bomb. There's all kinds of stuff you could do.
I see a Christmas movie in the making in our futures, guys.
Yeah.
Hey, I already told you my idea. We need to get
You did.
with somebody. I think I've
Yes.
got a pretty good
Yes.
holiday horror movie. So
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. We will be talking to them hopefully this weekend. So
Yeah.
yes, that'll be fun.
and then
All
we'll have to
right.
go on somebody else's podcast so they can interview us about the movie we made.
Yes.
Or we can just interview ourselves.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Oh,
when
and-
did you start watching horror movies and stuff?
Right?
Oh, let me tell you.
And this
Oh my
is
goodness.
a holiday show, not just a Christmas show. So I just want to throw this out here. I have not watched it yet, but it is on my roster of things to watch for all of my Jewish brothers and sisters. Baruch atah Adonai. Hanukkah Uncut is a horror movie.
I haven't seen it
So
yet.
I have not
it is
either.
on my roster. I will be watching it. So I will wait until, Passover. No,
It's
I will
called
wait
just
until
Hanukkah.
it's Hanukkah Uncut. So I
Okay.
think that the first night of Hanukkah, I will watch it.
There is a menorah in Santa's sleigh.
Yes, there is.
Are there other Hanukkah or Jewish themed I was about to say Jewish themed Christmas. Wow. Jewish themed holiday movies that you watch for the rest of Hanukkah?
Um, none that would be appropriate to celebrate Hanukkah with. So
Okay. That's fair.
yeah,
That's fair.
there's some comedies that are not very Hanukkah like, but they do gear toward Hanukkah. So
Okay. Okay, that's
not
fair.
not that Hanukkah Uncut would be very,
It has Hanukkah in the
Hanukkah-y.
name though. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Good times. All right.
Good.
One more question for you guys. What are some of your favorite holiday season traditions, whether it's Christmas time, whether it's just this time of year, what are some favorite things that you look forward to or enjoy each year?
Well, I really love looking at Christmas lights and Christmas displays. I know, whatever. Whether it's driving through some cool neighborhoods that are decked out or going to an event, we have zoo lights here, and then some other places that deck the whole place out in lights. So I especially just love seeing the neighborhoods. I like seeing when people are really creative. We have a neighborhood here that goes all out. It's a huge city event in this neighborhood. And they have a whole Christmas story themed one with a slide you can go down. And people's creativity is just so amazing and beautiful. And just, I think it's so sweet when people go all out with the decorating. It's like giving something back to the neighbors in the community. So that's one of my favorite things. And I do like Christmas songs. I'm a singer. So I grew up singing. I do love me some Christmas songs and carols.
Same. Yeah, I usually just listen to Christmas music at the beginning of the season, but whenever I'm hanging my Christmas decorations, which isn't many anymore, unfortunately, but whenever I do, I play my Christmas music. So yeah, it helps you get in the spirit. Jamie, when you come down here, we have to check out some neighborhoods that have Christmas lights because I know a few in Greg's neighborhood, Greg's parents' neighborhood actually, and they have 4 houses worth of decorations, and it's incredible.
Oh, I love it. Again, I just love people's creativity, and then you can tell people really put their heart into it, and it's just a beautiful thing.
It is for sure. Yeah. Ethan, what about you?
Okay. Well, I love the family time. I know that's a cliche answer, but Christmas Eve we do Stacy. I don't want to say Stacy's side of the family because there is no side of the family. Our family's family, but we do.
Sure.
My in-laws, and then Christmas morning we do our house, and then Christmas during the day we do my family or my side of our family.
Right.
But obviously, since I've had Josh, one of the greatest things is waking up on Christmas morning and getting to see him open his presents and just how excited he gets. And
Yeah.
yes. And I do love music as well. So Christmas music. My church puts on a Christmas cantata every year. It's just a musical. We have the Chicago Symphony Orchestra come in with us. And
oh, wow.
It is absolutely
That's
gorgeous.
incredible. Okay.
Wow.
So, that's really cool.
Yeah, it's very, very cool.
I have another thing too that I just thought of. I'm going to do it this year. Do you guys know what angel trees are? Sometimes they call them other names too, but
yes.
Yeah. So these are trees, and the different organizations, churches sometimes too, will put them up, and they have a wish list for families that are less fortunate this season, and so I'm going to be doing one of those this year. Just hey, if you're able to do a little something for somebody, you pick up these wish lists, and there's so many things we take for granted on them: socks,
Absolutely.
a new jacket, and maybe just a nice little toy, So if you're trying to, if you have the means and you want to like share a little bit of generosity and holiday spirit, you can find angel trees a lot of places, or a lot of grocery stores are doing, taking donations and donating meals. So I really believe in, I really love the spirit of giving during Christmas. I think it's a time of year that kind of brings out the best in people, and it's just a good reminder to be kind. So
yes, our church actually does angel tree, and we've been doing it for years. And my family, we do it. There's 3 of us in our family, so we take 3 kids, and we each do one. And
that's so sweet.
It's a great organization. And if you don't know where, I'm going to plug my church here, but if you don't know where to, get an organization like this, if you're in the Chicagoland area, the Lighthouse Church of All Nations in Elsip, you're more than welcome to come there. We're doing the angel tree and get some, some people
wish
that
list,
some wish list that you can go ahead and give back to the less fortunate.
Yeah, so it's a really great program. Yeah. My traditions, just spending time with family, friends throughout the holidays. I love looking at the Christmas lights. Jamie, same as you. I really like to go ice skating. I think that's a lot of fun. And just looking at the lights and just grabbing a holiday themed cocktail or coffee or something with friends. Like it's really special to spend time with friends during the holidays. So
absolutely.
Definitely. Yeah. All right, guys, that is our Christmas horror. If we left something off that, you're a fan of that we didn't mention even in our honorable mentions, let us know. Let us know your thoughts on our picks. We would love to hear from you guys. And tell us your favorite Christmas traditions.
Please, we do really want to know.
Yeah.
It's really fun. If you don't celebrate Christmas, if you celebrate Hanukkah or something, let us know what your traditions are for that as well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, there's a lot of holidays around Christmas time that go overlooked because Christmas is such a large holiday. So yeah,
totally.
Yeah. All right, guys, just remember, if you ever find yourself in a horror movie, whether it's Christmas or not, just remember, don't have sex.
Don't do drugs, even if they're in the eggnog.
And certainly don't die. We'll see y'all next time.
Merry Christmas. Holidays.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Woohoo! Festivus for the rest of us.
Yes.